Hi, I'm Alex Dumas. I am a keynote speaker, international best-selling author, and a global movement leader. I partner with world-class organizations so they can gain and retain top leaders to ensure sustainable growth. Now, that's who I am as a professional. The most important things to know about me are that I'm a loving husband and a devoted father. I have 2 children, a couple of dogs. I live in North Carolina. I'm from New York originally. And my vision is to empower leaders of color around the world, to support them in their growth, in their personal and professional development by helping them become win-win. What inspired my current path, or my pursuit of it, was my childhood. As a child, I felt isolated, disconnected, not included, and that spiraled into different thoughts and questions about my identity and my existence and my worth and importance. It wasn't until I started playing sports as a youngster that I bought in and fully understood the power of teamwork, and that has inspired me as a speaker. When I go to crowds, I talk about building a bigger bubble of expansion, of growth, of influence. My work as a speaker and as a coach, I've seen miraculous things happen when people come together, where they collaborate, where they are connected, where they are creative, innovative. There's a long journey to get to where I am. I wrote about this in the book, so shameless plug there. But to answer the question in full, my whole life has been inspiration. From these feelings as a young boy to different choices, mistakes, and errors as a young adult and teen, to building a family, to building global communities of BIPOC coaches. That has shown me time and time again that there's a system to this. The more curious I am, the more that I acknowledge people, the more present I am. I can connect deeper. When I focus on service, I'm able to enroll people into my vision and execute it. That's a collaboration. And when I reflect and I explore and I decide, I get to be even more creative. I love this question about defining personal and professional success. And in my opinion, there is no balance to it. And here's the reason why. If I'm working with a client, if I'm speaking on a stage, if I'm creating content, that means I'm ignoring my wife and my children for a bit. I'm not with them. I'm not present or in tune with them. If I'm launching a course, or I'm launching a service, or launching an event, my energy is devoted to that. What I would say is real success is when you come to a place of completion. When I was first starting out as an entrepreneur, I started in the financial services realm. I was doing everything possible. I was working 25/8, 380 days a year, trying to make it, grinding, hustling, 5 a.m. workouts, 5 a.m. wake-ups, get after it, all that kind of stuff. And it didn't serve me. I was burnt out. I wouldn't pay attention at home. I'd have my earbuds in. I'm thinking about the office. I'm thinking about work. I'm thinking about clients and the stress of trying to get clients. And then having friction at home, especially if you're not being productive. Here's the thing that I've noticed that haunts entrepreneurs and business leaders and corporate leaders that I've worked with. It's the lack of completion, the lack of devotion to completing something. We start something and then we finish. Imagine the power of that. Starting and finishing. Knowing that this task, this project is complete, it's out of your head, you don't have to worry about it again. Versus being in a meeting with somebody, thinking about the email you have to write, thinking about the phone call you didn't make, thinking about the appointment that didn't show up. When you get to completion, you get to be clear and you get to be present. Great question. One of the most significant setbacks is something that I shared in this book, A Journey of Riches, The Power of Self-Discovery. The year was 2015, April to be specific, and a couple of things happened. One, my son was born, beautiful. 3 days later, my mother passed. 3 months later, I lost my job. So I'm here with my wife, who's on bed rest, my 2 kids, a 4-year-old and a newborn, jobless, building this financial services business, and in grief, and really unable to grieve, because when you have a newborn, there's no time to think, there's no time to sleep. When you have a rising kindergartner, there's a lot of attention that needs to be devoted to them. It threw me into depression. It threw me into a funk. But I want to tell you is that was the best thing that ever happened for me that year, because 2016, my wife laid out to me that I needed to get a job, and I found the sales role. And this role introduced me to the world of coaching and professional speaking. And I don't think that I'm in this space where I am now if that doesn't happen, if I don't have this incredible setbacks and also a beautiful blessing. That the emotional turmoil and turbulence that was in my mind, my body, opened the door for me to do my life's work of helping people, of serving people, of empowering leaders. So think about what your storm is setting you up for. Love this question. One of the biggest misconceptions about the world of coaching and speaking is that there is something wrong with you. When I work with clients, I begin with this premise. There is nothing wrong with you. And if they can receive that, if they can hear that, then we can do the work. Then we can start to create what it is they want. Then we can look at the team. Then we can look at the invisible barriers that are holding them back from greatness, that are holding them back from growth, from gaining, retaining, optimizing, and winning. The biggest misconception is we, as coaches, speakers, we're here to save you. How can we save something that doesn't need saving? How can we fix something that isn't broken? What we can see, is there a part of your system that's flawed? Is there a part of your operating system that needs to be tweaked? That's different from the condemnation and self-judgment of, I need to be fixed, there's something wrong with me, I always do this, I always have this way of being, this victim mentality. And I believe that people see coaching as a way, as a quick fix me up. Can you save me? Can you fix this? That is not the case. It takes deep inner work. I've been in this work for now 10 years up to this point. There's so much more to learn. We are improving constantly and never ending. And I use that as an acronym. So think about this. ICAN. I can. Improve constantly and never ending. And that only comes from having an ownership mindset, of having a personal commitment to your own responsibility. So don't look for a coach to save you. You're more than capable of saving yourself. All right. Thank you for being with me on this experience. So what I'm going to share with you is the best way to get in contact with me. That is through speakeralexdumas.com. It's got access to my podcast, Love, Serve, Care. It's a daily 3-minute show. It also has access to my LinkedIn page, so you can follow me and connect with me there. And for you event professionals that are looking to book a speaker, if you're looking for somebody who's dynamic, who is immersed in leadership development and communication, my keynote, The Win Communicator, a new way for leaders to listen, maybe just be perfect for your organization. This is where I look to help you cultivate empathetic leadership, where we can create a culture of collaboration. So speakeralexdumas.com is the best way to connect with me, but I also have a special gift for you. You can enter in a code BONUS that will take you to the audio chapter of a book, A Journey of Riches, The Power of Self-Discovery. The chapter that I wrote is called Everybody Wins, Including Me, Expanding Global Influence Through Communication. It'll contain my audio chapter alone and some behind the scenes commentary. Think of it as a podcast to expand and give some more context to the stories that I share in here. So speakeralexdumas.com, go to talk.ac/alexdumas, hit that code BONUS, and you'll get the audio chapter of A Journey of Riches, The Power of Self-Discovery, my standalone chapter, which is the first chapter in the book, Everybody Wins, Including Me, Expanding Global Influence Through Communication. You'll receive that audio chapter read from me, along with additional podcast commentary to expand on the content. Thanks for being with me. Stay blessed.